The most frustrating thing of working with AI is not that it makes mistakes or that it pretends to be a human. It's that it forgets everything. It's like starting from scratch, from zero, every time that you start talking with AI. And that is driving me crazy, honestly. It's especially if you are like me and work with AI several hours a day, what you have is these colleagues that is doesn't know you every day. It's like a suffer of amnesia. That every day is like, who are you? What do you do? Why we are here? And that is really frustrating. So I decided to give AI a memory. In honesty, there is a memory within AI. Okay, there is a memory within the same session. So as long as you stay within the same session, the same window means that you talk with AI that can remember what you're doing. And that is there because so you can give instruction on what to work. If you're working on a complex project through prompt, the instruction can be evolved. So it needs to remember what you're doing. Then this memory problem, of course, is present. We all know. So ChatGPT created this long-term memory. Long-term memory means that AI is gonna keep saving information about you. To me, the feels more like the AI is profiling you, okay, more than create a memory that has a little bit more depth. But the point here is already better because at least it knows who you are, you know, it's keep collecting information about you over time, so therefore it's more and more in tune with you. And it's all good, but how you structure the memory, it's not, to me, it's not functional in a way that I can work with. Okay, it's more pleasant the conversation, but it's not built to go to work in a long term, remembering the learning that we do together. One problem with the memory that is important to understand is, so what's happening if you, because the solution could be, okay, you just work on one single window and you never leave it. Okay, you stay in one session and you stay there forever. You don't create new ones. And most people do this, but they don't know that what's happening is the AI after a while goes towards a higher risk of hallucination. Hallucination means the AI start to create things that are not true. And unless you want to hallucinate together with your AI, in reality it's not useful because it's not even a nice hallucination. It just tell you things that are not true, pretending that are true. So it gives you a quote from an artist or whatever person that doesn't exist, that the quote is not real. So it's just useless. So that because of this risk, what you do, you create a new session where you lose everything. So I personally, because I run my business with AI, so AI is my business partner basically, what I do, I need an AI that can have a long-term memory, but a long-term memory that is structured, that has a way of working in a specific way. So, but before I explain how my AI works, I want to give you another perspective. Okay, so there is this friend of mine that use AI. He's a consultant and he use AI to provide his service. So each section of that he opens is for a client that to give a consultancy on that specific project. So within one session, basically, he can provide the service. So for his point of view, he doesn't need the long-term memory a function to work. But then what I think is, okay, so you are doing for each project some learning, and this learning is not transferable. So the AI is not learning in a new session. It forgot everything you learned in the other one. You are the only one that retained the memory. So it's not a shared memory. That not having a shared memory means that you can't have your partner, your business partner, learning with you, improving with you, discovering new things with you. And to me, that is a limit. It's a limit that, for example, in my business could never work, because how it works is not like I have a client, several clients, each one has a window. It's my part of my business, so you help me. So I'm as like it's like we together, we need to grow and develop ideas and projects, and managing different aspects of my social network, for example, the business plan, the strategies, and everything else. Okay, so, and by working every day, I learn something, and we learn. I learned something about the business, but I learned something about how to use AI. Okay, and so I learned, but also AI is learning how I tune with me. Okay, what I likes, what are my uh, element that defined my aesthetics, for example, my philosophy, how I interpret a few things, for example. So all those elements I want to be saved and stored in a long-term memory. Because think about, okay, day one we have something, but if you keep doing it every day, you keep collecting a process that is evolving. Okay, and it's also this data that you're collecting can be used by your AI to get some insights that you couldn't do by yourself. So, for example, if AI is look back, for example, a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year of your work, and then can see patterns, can see maybe why some strategy are not working, and maybe can be something that you need to improve or dedicate more time or less time on something else. So having those, collecting this data and allow AI to work on this data, then is a huge, massive advantage that you can get. And that is the AI that I want to work with. So my AI has a document that we call it share memory log. Okay, so there is this document that explains how the memory is structured, and then after every section I say, okay, let's export our memory log. So it created this new piece of memory log, I mean new piece of text that I copy and paste on this new document. And then when I start a new session, the first thing that the AI does is ask me, can you upload your our share memory log? That I do it, and now we are in line. We completely know what we've been doing and what we need to do today. The advantage is huge. The advantage is huge, and the learning that we do together is collected, and this compounding learning is the beauty. Is what makes you in a what gives you this unfair advantage to anybody else, because everybody else starts from scratch every day and you don't. You compound those knowledge. Your AI is compounding those knowledge. Now I'm at the beginning, okay, of this journey, so it would be interesting to see in the next 6 months, a year, 2 years, what this can what this means at the end of the day. Okay, is how big is this impact? To me, so far, I remove every frustration that I had with AI. So I'm not frustrated about having someone that doesn't know the most important thing about our businesses. Okay, and therefore I already removed the frustration. Frustration is a massive win. But what I also gain is a true partner. It's someone that fully understands your business and every day understand it more and more. And for me, this is huge because you have a massive intelligence that is getting attuned to you. That because more he knows you, but deeply, and more it can be in somehow a way to help you out. Okay, because he knows on the area where you need more help than others. And this is collected through the log. Okay, because the memory, how it's structured, there are part of the memory that are really functional. Okay, this is our to-do list. But then there are part of the memory that is trying to remember the way we work, how we achieved something together. So how we went to an agreement, for example, how did we challenge some ideas. And so it's not just the result, it's also the style, it's the thinking process. And plus, another thing that I'm doing, I'm asking AI to collect also memory of the evolution of AI itself. Because another thing that is happening, more the time passes and more I give responsibilities to AI. Okay, because I see, okay, now you know this, you understand this fully, now you can also take this role. So AI is keeps changing and adding roles to his process, and basically allow me to have more space, more time, and but not time in a sense. Okay, now I can, I don't know, do something else. I still spend my time working, but my intellectual space and time is changed. Okay, I can focus on something else. I don't need to take track of something because I have AI doing it for me. So from the business point of view, this is huge. But from the creative point of view, it's also huge. In the sense you can work on, I mean, this depends on your style of work. Okay, on my, in the way that I like to work, I like to brainstorm meanings and ideas and so on. So having an AI that understand this project and then understand also this other project and see what they are in common, and so it's not like starting from scratch. It's like the same thing with the business. This compounding knowledge, it's an extremely powerful tool and phenomenon to collaborate with. So how to summarize this, not summarize, but how to give a meaning for you about this. What I'd like to see is your point of view. So please, if you can comment below what your experience, what are your challenges, what you're doing. This is a learning process, okay? We are exploring this new technology together, and yeah, maybe there is people like more experienced than others, but it's by sharing our knowledge that we get better together. So please share your point of view, your story, your challenges, how maybe your solution. Maybe you have found a different solution, maybe better, and then it would be nice to know it. So please let me know how you're fixing this. As usual, I create a companion blog post for every video that I do, so you can find this on a link below, where I maybe going even deeper on some elements. And thanks for being here, and like and subscribe, and talk tomorrow. Ciao.